Snapshot 25W36A brought us data pack version 86.0 and resource pack version 68.0 with a new mannequin entity type, dimension-specific world borders, and more. My name is Sliced Slime, and this is a showcase of all the changes. Let's start with the mannequins. They are a new technical entity, that is, they do not spawn by default and they do not have a spawn egg. They can only be spawned by commands or other technical means. A mannequin has the avatar of a player but is not a player. That is, it's a thing that looks like a player. One difference is that where a player would show a below score scoreboard entry, the mannequin shows an NPC text. It has no AI and does nothing, but it is a living entity and can hold items, wear armor, ride vehicles, have attributes and so on, and it has health and can die. The look of a mannequin is determined by its profile field, which points out the textures to use for the skin, cape and elytra, as well as whether the model should use the wide or slim version. Similar to player heads, this can use a dynamic profile by either providing the name or ID, but not both, or by using the name as a top-level profile field. You can also use a pre-resolved profile from the fetch profile command. Another option specific to mannequins is that you can also use a profile directly from resource pack textures. To do this, specify the textures directly in the profile object. This gives you 3 ID fields called Texture, Cape, and Elytra, which specify the textures to use, where only the texture field is mandatory. Note that this lets you specify different textures for Elytra and Cape, although the Cape texture is used for the Elytra if none is specified, as for players. Another difference with player profiles is that textures sourced from a resource pack are allowed to have transparency. The model to use is specified in the model field. Regardless of how the profile was selected, you can also set which parts of the outer layer should be shown using the Hidden Layers field. This is a list of layers to hide, with valid entries being cape, jacket, left sleeve, left pants leg, right pants leg, and hat. And finally, the main hand of the mannequin can be set using the main hand field. And with that, let's move on to commands. The world border command now only affects the dimension it's being run in. World borders are stored and changed separately per dimension. The locate command now works properly when used outside of the build limit of a dimension. And the spectate command can no longer be used to spectate entities that do not get sent to the game client, like markers. In entity and data news, copper golems no longer open chests that are locked without having the key item. A copper chest equipped by a copper golem now renders correctly. The align items to bottom field of a shelf block now actually aligns items to the bottom. And mobs now drown if their air value is lower than -19. In particle news, some existing particles have new parameters. The flash particle now has a required color parameter, which is a standard format ARGB color. The dragon breath particle has a new optional power parameter. And the instant effect particle now also has a new optional power parameter as well. And that is it for the data pack changes. The resource pack version this time around only has a change that removes 4 by default unused shader files. And that's all for these pack versions. Thank you for watching. My name is Sliced Slime, and I'll see you next time.